In Visio 2010, when I'm creating a diagram, I often like to create connectors that don't just connect to connection points. I like connectors that will either connect to a shape's geometry, to the guides, to a shape's handles, or even the shape's vertices and/or connection points. I need the flexibility to be able to create connectors that go to a variety of options. So what I'm going to do here is suggest that you go to View in the ribbon and hit the Visual Aids dialog box launcher. And it's over here to the right hand side that I can control what I can glue to, and I like to be able to glue to any one of these 5 particular options, and I'll click OK. What I'll do now is if I bring out a shape, perhaps a start and end, and pop it up here, and then maybe I'll bring out a process. Now I really like the enhancement to the alignment and the distribution in Visio 2010. These orange lines, I just can't praise them enough. The orange line is telling me that I'm vertically in alignment, and it's suggesting that this is the distance that should exist between these 2 shapes with that orange line with the double-headed arrows. So I'm going to drop there. Now let's look at creating connector points. If I go to the Home tab in the ribbon and I go to the Tools group, I'll create a connector. Now typically people connect from connection point to connection point, glue to connection point, and that's your standard option. But let's say I want to glue to any particular point, so I can glue from here to here. So I'm gluing now to the geometry because I chose that ability to do that. I might also decide that I want to glue to a grid, and I can just drop it there on the grid line. I might also decide that I want to be able to glue to any particular vertex. So by going to Visual Aids dialog box launcher and turning on those 5 gluing options, you can pretty much connect anything to anything, which is really important when you're creating a complicated diagram. Now what I'd like to do is turn my pointer tool back on, and I'm just going to press Ctrl A, which selects all, and delete what I've created here. The other thing I'd like to do is now show you how you can automatically connect shapes without having to jump between the pointer tool and the connector tool. Let's say I start with a start and end. Now as I rest on the shape, and particularly the blue handle, I get this little blue triangle. And from here I can choose from one of 4 shapes. So from here I'd like to actually choose a process. So I click on process. Then I rest on the blue handle again until I get the blue arrow, and now I would like to make a decision. Again I'll rest on the blue handle, blue arrow, and now I'd like to make another process. And you continue to just rest and create the shape you're after. So this is a very handy auto-connect enhancement that Visio 2010 provides. And I really do like when you drag a shape that you get alignment options indicated, and now I can see with those 4 orange double-headed arrows that I'm equally aligned vertically between each shape.